Yes, people, today we're going to go over the sell side examples of what we covered in the previous video. So if this is your first video, head to the previous video, you'll get more of an understanding and then you can come onto this video. So without further ado, let's get into the two examples that we've previously discussed. So we understand that one example is taking the trade straight away, and the other example is waiting for the structure shift that we've obviously explained in the previous video. So this example is with the structure shift. I'm just going to give you the reasonings why. So you have to understand this was the high that created the low, and we're getting a pullback and expecting a lower low point. The basics of trading, as we know. But we understand, okay, we had this liquidity high here, but these little liquidity highs here isn't enough for me to take the short, in my opinion. Some may take it from here with the liquidity there, but for me it's not a big enough liquidity pool. So the best thing for me to do is wait for that structure shift. So you see we have that tap here, pull back, push up, we break the structure, and then we immediately collapse in the opposite direction following the trend. What do we understand then? As this was the high that created the low that broke market structure, this area here then becomes my supply zone. So I mark it out like so. Sorry about this. I take my entry from the bottom of the supply, stop loss at the supply high, at the protected high, and I simply target a lower low. So that's the first example where we have to wait for that structure shift to occur. In my opinion, these aren't big enough liquidity pools to grab. So that's the first example. And just to show that these things happen over and over again, you can see in the very next leg here that we get the entry we need. When I talk about a big enough liquidity pool, you'll see exactly what I mean here. So this is obviously the supply we had this high create this lower low, right? And then on this pullback we're expecting a lower low, and we can see here this is a huge liquidity area. It aligns with the supply, and we can simply set our sell limit on the top of the liquidity high. Stop loss then goes at our protected high, and we simply target a lower low. Those are the ones you can see in comparison. This area of liquidity compared to these mini highs, it's completely different. This is a major 4-hour high. These are just smaller waves. So for this example, I would wait for that structure shift, and for this one here, literally just take the trade. You have that big liquidity area, the main supply, and you simply just target lower lows. So those are the two examples for the sell side. As you can see, they happen literally in the very next wave. So these things repeat themselves over and over. If you like this video, give me a follow and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace and love.